Kahla, La Yahau, Bahasam Yahausa, Basam Kakudash, Barakati Yahau, Barakati Yahausa, Barakati Yahau, Barakati Yahausa, Barakati Yahau, Barakati Yahausa, the water, Yahau Basam Yahausa, Basam Kakudash. Doble honrada a los apóstoles, a los ancianos de Yasharala, Great Millstone, y Shalom a los escogidos. Mira lo que dice este artículo aquí. Para que Ucrania gane, OTAN tiene que involucrarse en la pelea. Yo ni voy a leer el artículo, yo solo voy a leer el título porque solo voy a decir que el único que va a ganar esta pelea va a ser Yahusha. Okay. Apocalipsis 19, versículo 9. Y él me dice, escribe, bienaventurados los que son llamados a la cena del Cordero. Y me dijo, estas palabras de Yahweh son verdaderas. Y yo me eché a sus pies para adorarle. Y él me dijo, mira que no lo hagas, yo soy siervo contigo y con tus hermanos que tienen el testimonio de Yahushua. Adora a Yahweh, porque el testimonio de Yahushua es el espíritu de la profecía. El espíritu de Yahushua es el testimonio de Yahushua es el espíritu de la profecía. Si tú estás en una iglesia y nunca están profetizando, nunca te están hablando, mira, no te han mencionado la guerra en Ucrania desde que empezó. No han mencionado ni una vez la guerra. ¿Tú crees que esa iglesia está en la profecía? Ellos no te mencionan, no te han mencionado ni una vez las monedas digitales. Okay, el aumento del desarrollo y la implementación de las monedas digitales, ellos no te lo han mencionado ni una vez. ¿Tú crees que esa iglesia está en el espíritu de la profecía? Y vi el cielo abierto, y he aquí un caballo blanco, y el que estaba sentado sobre él era llamado fiel y verdadero, el cual con justicia juzga y pelea. Y ese es Yahushua. El caballo blanco, se está hablando de un ovni. Yahushua viene en un ovni, un objeto volador no identificado. Y sus ojos eran como llamas de fuego, y había en su cabeza muchas diademas, y tenía un nombre escrito que ninguno entendía sino él mismo. Y esos ojos estaban como llamas de fuego porque estaban rojos, porque estaba bebiendo vino. Ok. Pues Yahushua dijo que él le dijo a los apóstoles que yo no voy a probar de este vino hasta que yo vuelva. Entonces imagínate, cuando él vuelva, tiene tanto tiempo sin beber vino, Yahushua va a beber. Ok. Y había en su cabeza muchas diademas. Okay. Yahushua le va a quitar poder, le va a quitar el reino a Ucrania, a Rusia, a la Unión Europea, Estados Unidos, Suramérica, Centroamérica, África, a los países asiáticos, al mundo entero. Y tenía un nombre escrito que ninguno entendía sino él mismo, él y su cuerpo. Okay. El cuerpo de Yahushua, que tiene el verdadero nombre de Yahushua, que no es Jesús, pero es Yahushua. y estaba vestido de ropa teñida en sangre, ¿okay? Porque Yahweh va a matar mucha gente cuando vuelva. Y su nombre es llamado el Verbo de Dios. Y los ejércitos que están en el cielo le seguían en caballos blancos, que en ovnis va a ser como una invasión extraterrestre, vestidos de lino finísimo, blanco y limpio. Y de su boca sale una espada aguda para herir con ella las gentes. Y él los regirá con vara de hierro. Y él pisa el lagar del vino del furor y de la ira de Yahweh Basmi Yahushai Todopoderoso. Y esa espada que sale de la boca de Yahweh, eso está hablando de los rayos láseres que van a salir del ovni de Yahweh Basmi Yahushai. Y que él va a usar esos rayos para herir la gente, ¿ok? Para herir toda esa gente en la tercera guerra mundial. Y en su vestidura y en su muslo tiene escrito este nombre: Rey de Reyes y Señor de Señores. Y vi un ángel que estaba en el sol y clamó con gran voz diciendo a todas las aves que volaban por medio del cielo: venid y congregaos a la cena del gran Dios. Y Yahweh se va a llamar a todas las aves para que se coman todos esos ejércitos que van a morir en la tercera guerra mundial a manos de Yahweh. Para que comáis carne de reyes y de capitanes y carnes de fuertes y carnes de caballos y de los que están sentados sobre ellos y carnes de todos, libres y siervos, de pequeños y de grandes. Y vi las bestias y los reyes de la tierra y sus ejércitos congregados para hacer guerra contra el que estaba sentado sobre el caballo y contra su ejército. Que todos esos países van a dejar de pelear entre sí mismos en la tercera guerra mundial y van a poner sus miradas hacia Yahweh para pelear contra él. Y la bestia fue presa y con ella el falso profeta que había hecho las señales delante de ella, con las cuales había engañado a los que tomaron la señal de la bestia y habían adorado su imagen. Estos dos fueron lanzados vivos dentro de un lago de fuego ardiendo en azufre, que la Unión Europea, okay, va a ser sometida, okay. Toda esa gente en esos países en la Unión Europea van a entrar en esclavitud, van a estar presos. Y van a ser destruidos también con misiles nucleares. Y el falso profeta, la iglesia católica, que es la madre de todas las iglesias cristianas en la tierra, okay, también va a ser destruida. Y los otros fueron muertos con la espada que salía de la boca del que estaba sentado sobre el caballo, y todas las aves fueron hartas de la carne de ellos. Ucrania no va a ganar, que Rusia no va a ganar, Estados Unidos no va a ganar, la Unión Europea no va a ganar, África no va a ganar, Asia no va a ganar. Y va a ser Yahweh que va a ganar. Israel es el que va a ganar esta guerra mundial, esta tercera guerra mundial. Yo lo voy a dejar ahí. Si están escuchando en español, shalom. For Ukraine to win, NATO would have to join the fight. And I ain't even gonna read this article. I'm gonna just read the title, because I could tell you right away that the only winner in this war is going to be Yahweh Shai and the nation of Israel. Alright? And I'm going to go into that. Revelation 19 verse 9. And he saith unto me, Write, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he saith unto me, These are the true sayings of Yahweh. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship Yahushai, for the testimony. No, worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushai is a spirit of prophecy. And in these churches, none of these churches out here today have the testimony of Yahushai because they don't have the spirit of prophecy. When's the last time you heard of a church talking about the war, the war with Ukraine? That's not in a way where they're like, oh, we got to pray so that this war can end, all right? When's the last time you heard any church, Baptist, Adventists, Jehovah's Witnesses, talking about the potential for World War III and nuclear missiles, all right, pursuant to the Bible? And when's the last time you heard them talk about the proliferation of CBDCs? All right. When was the last time you heard any of these churches go into prophecy, man? Because they don't have the spirit of prophecy. They don't have the testimony of Yahushua. That's why they don't go into prophecy, man. All they go into is prosperity doctrine. God accepts you how you are, come as you are, and Jesus died for everybody. That's all they teach. That's all they teach, which is all false. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. And that white horse is talking about a UFO. All right, Yahushua is coming back. All right, the one who the world ignorantly calls Jesus is gonna come back on a huge UFO. All right, it's gonna be so big you're gonna be able to see it from everywhere on the planet. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And his eyes were going to be red. All right, they're going to be red like they're on fire, because he's going to be drinking. Right? He's going to be drinking wine. Because remember, Yahushua said to the disciples that I'm not going to be, roughly paraphrasing, Salakia. He said, I'm not going to be drinking. I'm not going to touch wine again until I come back to bring the kingdom. All right, so we're in the kingdom. So that's what Yahushua is going to do. When he comes back, that's basically going to be the beginning of the kingdom right there. So imagine, he hasn't drunk wine for a minute. He's going to be drinking again. His eyes are going to be really red. And on his head were many crowns. All right, because he's going to take the rulership from all the nations on the planet. He's going to take the authority and the power, the government from all these world leaders. All right, everywhere, man, from America, Central, South America, Africa, Asia, Middle East, Europe. He's gonna take all their rulership. All right, and he's gonna have that rulership. And that name that was written that only he knew himself, that's Yahushua, all right? Because only he and the elect, which are part of the body of Yahushua, which are also Yahushua, because if you're part of the body, then you're also Yahushua. So only the body of Yahushua and Yahushua himself knows his true name, while everybody else keeps calling him Jesus or Jesus or whatever. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God, because he's going to be killing a lot of people, man. All right, that's why his clothes are going to be stained, all right, pursuant to Isaiah. His clothes are going to be stained in blood. He's going to be treading that wine press. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. All right, and that's going to be the angels. They're going to be following him in their own UFOs. And it's going to be a worldwide extraterrestrial invasion. All right, a UFO invasion. Real life. And out of his mouth goeth the sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty Yahweh. And that sword is talking about the laser beams that are going to be coming out of his chariot, or his UFO. They're going to be turning people to dust. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, Come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. Hey, if you notice that part where it says both free and bond, doesn't Putin have a lot of prisoners? You know, he took a lot of men out of prison to shorten their prison sentences if they would fight against Ukraine. And that's still going to be going on. And America is probably going to do the same thing. They'd be like, look, hey, let's get all these men out of prison, and let's draft them. So there's going to be men that were drafted out of prison, and also men that are fighting of their own accord. You know, they joined the army because they wanted to. All right, to their own detriment. And they're all their bodies, all their carcasses are gonna be eaten by vultures, crows, after Yahweh Shai is done with them. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Hey, so when they see Yahweh Shai in the sky, they're gonna start fighting amongst themselves. They're going to go, hey, man, we need to join up. Like Ronald Reagan said in that speech once at the UN, I think it was the UN. He said, if there's something that, was it Ronald Reagan or George Bush Sr.? I don't know. It's like, hey, there's something that would unite humanity is an alien invasion. We'll all get together. I don't know. That's roughly paraphrasing what he said. But yeah, man, I think he was probably prophesying on the left-hand side right there, because they're all gonna link up, and they're gonna, stop fighting against each other, and they're gonna try to fight Yahweh Shai, but, it's gonna be asymmetrical warfare. It's gonna be like an ant trying to stop somebody from stepping on them. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Right, and that's talking about the European Union, right, and the Vatican, right, Catholic Church, they're going to be destroyed with nuclear fire as well. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. So Ukraine ain't gonna win that fight, all right? Russia ain't gonna win. Nobody's gonna win that, man. Only Yahweh Basmi Yahweh Shai, okay, Yahweh Shai and Yasharala are gonna win that war. All right, everybody else is gonna be a sore loser in captivity, serving the nation of Israel in slavery for 1,000 years. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Call halal la Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakodash Barakati Yahweh Barakati Yahushua Barakati Yahweh Barakati Yahushua Barakati Yahweh Barakati Yahushua the water Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, Abad Babal, Abad Kal Gawiyam, Abad Kal Adawamian. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.